Someone called me Unk in the comments. Fair enough at this point. So yeah, get comfortable or don't, because this story gets a little unhinged in a very quiet way. I'm just in a fresh, hardcore Minecraft world right now. But anyway, I'm reading a post I found on Reddit from r/beastoff Redditor updates. And it starts with a guy who thought his life was completely normal, until one small shift in his relationship slowly turned into something he couldn't ignore. Let's begin. I didn't notice the change when it started. That's the part that still messes with me when I think about it. There was no moment I could point to and say, this is where everything went wrong. It was just normal life continuing, while something underneath it slowly started to feel different. We had been together for years, not a flashy relationship, not dramatic, just stable. The kind where you stop questioning things because everything feels predictable. Same routines, same conversations, same rhythm. And I think that comfort is exactly why I miss the signs. Because when things feel stable, you stop looking for cracks. At first, it was just small things. My partner started spending more time on her phone. Not in an obvious way, not hiding anything dramatically, just more quiet. She would sit next to me, scrolling, sometimes smiling at something I couldn't see. But when I looked over, she would subtly tilt the screen away or lock it. I didn't question it, because everyone has their private space, right? That's what I told myself. And trust is powerful like that. It fills in gaps before doubt can grow. But slowly, conversations started changing too. Not arguments, not tension, just less depth. Short replies instead of full conversations. How was your day? Fine. What did you eat? Normal stuff. It wasn't cold, it was just flat. Like the emotional weight between us was slowly becoming lighter in a way that didn't feel good. Then came the silence. Not peaceful silence. The kind that feels slightly uncomfortable, even when nothing is technically wrong. We would sit in the same room for long periods without talking, and somehow didn't feel strange at first. It just became routine, and that's the dangerous part. When something slowly becomes normal, you stop noticing it's wrong. One night, I finally asked if everything was okay. Not accusing, just trying to understand. She paused longer than usual, looked at me, and said, I don't know. That answer didn't give me clarity. It gave me anxiety. Because I don't know usually means the person saying it has already started feeling something they can't explain. After that, I started paying attention. Not because I was suspicious, but because I was confused. And confusion slowly turns into observation. And observation slowly turns into awareness. And awareness changes how you see everything. I started noticing patterns I had ignored before. The way she smiled at her phone, but not at conversations with me. The way she became slightly distant when I entered a room. The way her attention felt split, even when she was physically present. Nothing dramatic. Nothing I could confront directly. Just distance. Quiet, slow, invisible distance. And the hardest part was that there was nothing specific to blame. No cheating, no argument, no betrayal moment, just emotional drift. An emotional drift is the hardest thing to process because there's no clear enemy to fight. I started questioning myself a lot. That's what happens when there's no obvious problem. You turn inward. Was I too distant? Did I stop noticing her? Did I miss something important? But no matter how much I thought, I couldn't find a single clear moment where I failed. Everything looked normal, and that's what made it worse. Because when nothing is wrong on paper, but everything feels different in real life, your mind starts breaking quietly. Time kept passing, and nothing improved, but nothing collapsed either. That middle space is the most confusing place to be in a relationship. Not broken, but not alive the way it used to be. Just existing. Even small things started feeling different. A pause in conversation felt heavier. A smile felt delayed. Silence stopped feeling peaceful and started feeling like distance. And once you notice that shift, you can't unnotice it. It stays with you in every interaction after that. We still lived together normally. We still functioned like a couple. But emotionally, it felt like we were slowly becoming two Separate people sharing the same space. Not enemies, not strangers. Just disconnected. And that's what hurt the most, because nothing officially ended. It just slowly stopped feeling like it mattered in the same way. And I think the most painful realization wasn't that something changed. It was realizing I didn't know when it changed, or how long I had been living inside that change without noticing it. There was no ending moment, no dramatic breakdown, no single conversation that fixed or broke everything. Just a slow understanding forming over time, that sometimes relationships don't fall apart loudly. They just quietly stop feeling the same, until one day you realize they already have. And that's where the story really sits. Not in betrayal, not in anger, but in the quiet space between what used to be and what is now. Final question. If you slowly felt someone drifting away from you without any clear reason, would you confront it early or only realize it too late? But slowly, conversations started changing too. Not arguments, not tension, just less depth. Short replies instead of full conversations. How was your day? Fine. What did you eat? Normal stuff. It wasn't cold, it was just flat. Like the emotional weight between us was slowly becoming lighter in a way that didn't feel good. Then came the silence, not peaceful silence. The kind that feels slightly uncomfortable even when nothing is technically wrong. We would sit in the same room for long periods without talking. And somehow, it didn't feel strange at first. It just became routine. And that's the dangerous part. When something slowly becomes normal, you stop noticing it's wrong. One night, I finally asked if everything was okay, not accusing, just trying to understand. She paused longer than usual, looked at me, and said, "I don't know." That answer didn't give me clarity. It gave